Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. My name is 𝗙𝗹𝗹𝗶𝗹. I'm your host, and we are very lucky to have another special guest on the show right now. Brian, how are you doing today?
I am great. Thanks for asking, 𝗙𝗹𝗹. How are you doing?
Doing wonderful as well. Thank you very much for being on the show. We know you're very, very busy, but we really appreciate your time. So, Brian, for the benefit of everyone who's listening, watching, can you tell us something about yourself, please?
Yes, yeah, I am actually a real estate agent in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we've been in business for a little over 17 years, and we're with Keller Williams Classic Realty.
Okay, so 17 years in the real estate business. Am I right?
Yes, yes. So we've seen a few changes, 𝗙𝗪.
Wow, that's a lot of years. And I know for a fact that you do have your own cyberbacker supporting you in your business. Am I correct?
That is correct. We actually have two cyberbackers. We
Ooh.
just recently brought another cyberbacker on board with us. So
Wow, so you're basically like creating your own cyberbacker team over there. Now,
I guess you could say it that way, yeah.
so Brian, let me ask, how has the experience been so far working with your own cyberbackers?
You know, it's been great. Our first cyberbacker was Charlotte, who we've had a little over a year. She came on, joined our team in June of 2020, and she kind of works normal business hours. And then we've got 𝗦𝗏, who we've recently brought on with us, and she kind of does the nights and weekends. So it's been great so far.
Oh, okay, so basically the whole week you have the support of cyberbackers. Am I correct?
Yes, with the exception of 𝗦𝗏, her days off are typically Wednesday and Thursday, since
Oh,
she works Saturday and Sunday. So
gotcha, gotcha. All right. So this must be something that we can call a successful partnership. Am I correct?
100% correct, yes.
Now, in your opinion, what makes this type of a relationship a successful partnership, Brian?
You know, the most critical part, I think, in any partnership or relationship is communication.
Mhm.
And, you know, at first it can be a little concerning, you know, having someone work remotely, but with the current state of affairs in the world, it's really been somewhat seamless for us to transition from an employee on site to someone remotely.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Now, I know again that you have your own cyberbacker team over there. Now, how much, let's say, additional revenue have they made you, Brian?
You know, it's I will tell you this, we have saved thousands of dollars, and that's being conservative with having assistants virtually instead of having an on-site employee that we're paying you know, full-time benefits, vacation, things like that nature. So it's been a huge savings for us.
Of course, that is the most important thing. While growing, you have your savings as well in terms of money, right? Now, just to get into more details, you have your two cyberbackers. Can you tell us more about what the things they are doing for you in your business or the tasks that they're doing daily?
You know, Joe, I think the better question would be is what they don't do for us. So But, no, seriously, we've got them basically being a transaction coordinator. They're scheduling our appointments. They're managing all our advertisements, our social media posts, as well as inputting and making changes on our MLS inputs and listings and things of that nature, while also interacting with customers on a daily basis, whether it's buyers or sellers. They're constantly in communication with them on the phone line too. So
Wow. So what you're saying is basically they're everywhere then. Anything that you have them do that you need help with, they're there to help you out. Am I right?
that's an accurate statement. Yes.
All right. So these type of roles could really grow, especially for Charlotte, since she's been with you for over a year. Now, what are some of the things that you're considering having your cyberbackers do in the future?
Boy, they do so much already. It's you know, I guess one thing we're kind of looking at having Charlotte kind of get more involved in the actual on the MLS, kind of getting used to doing CMAs on her own and kind of helping with that. taking some of that off of our realtors' plates with that. She's already prepping paperwork and things like that, but taking it the next step to where she can kind of help out with CMAs and market analysis. So
she must be very excited to, of course, grow in the tasks that she's doing, and of course, by growing, she's going to be helping your business grow as well. Now,
100%, yes.
have there been, let's say, any challenges? I know it's a tough question, but let's change the word. Not challenges. Let's say opportunities for growth that you've had working with Cyberbacker.
I kind of look at it as, the one thing going into this was it seemed somewhat challenging or daunting to have someone remotely. It's like, oh, you don't have someone at the office that you can have a face-to-face with. But, like I kind of alluded to before with the current environment that we're in, it's kind of natural now. And it really, Charlotte's never more than a phone call away. And that's kind of whether she's got to get a hold of me or I've got to get a hold of her. So.
Oh, okay. Now, of course, we've already talked about the challenges. One more thing that we'd like to talk about here on the show is advice, because you've tried it out. You have your own Cyberbacker team over there. There are a lot of business owners right now. They're still having second thoughts and having their own Cyberbacker. What advice would you be able to give them?
The advice I would give them, and this is coming from somebody who's had the assistants remotely and had them as actual employees. It's communication's the key. I don't care what you're doing. It's always communication with your employee or your Cyberbacker. And the thing that really we focus on is having at least one daily meeting. Usually we have it more like 3 meetings, and they can be quick meetings, but just so that everybody's on the same page. They know what your schedule's like, what they're up to, and it's just circles back to communication, and then just also, knowing your standards and the expectations for them and your business.
A good point that you mentioned there, setting proper expectations. I think at the very start of the relationship, in all kinds of relationships, right, that is a key factor, of course, for it to be successful. Am I right?
100%, yes. I couldn't agree more.
Now, one last thing. Since we've been talking about your Cyberbackers a lot right now, I mean a few minutes ago, I know that they would be listening once we have this online. Would you want to give them a quick shout out on the show?
I sure would, yes. Charlotte, MaryCore, we appreciate all you guys do, and it's been a wonderful partnership, and we look forward to growing in the future.
We here too at Cyberbacker are very excited to see where this partnership would be within the next years to come. Brian, thank you very much for your time. We know you're very busy. We appreciate you for being on the show. Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. For more details, please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com or follow us on Facebook, Cyberbacker Inc.